I'm here, I'm Reid, I'm the leader of East Ayrshire Council, and I'm here with my colleague Councillor Jim McMahon today, spokesperson for housing, communities and transport, also deputy leader of the council as well. And we're here at Wallace Court here in Mauchline, just to have a wee look about. Jim, this is my first time at Wallace Court here in Mauchline. Can you want to tell us a wee bit about it?
I surely can. So Wallace Court is a follow-on for the assisted living that we did in Auchinleck. Wallace Court here has 13 flat accommodations. It has 3 standalone, but within the 13 flat, we've got 6 accessible for wheelchair only. It's one of our net zeros. It's our first net zero assisted living complex when we're using modern technologies like PV, air source. So it's progressive. It's moving towards and meeting that strategic context for housing in Scotland, where we look to deliver really great houses in great places. We look for affordable houses in great places. We look for make sure those houses are not only affordable, but they're warm at an affordable rate, and also just to continue improving what we're doing in East Ayrshire to meet the Scottish Government's targets for housing.
Absolutely. Now, Jim, this is 10 years since we built Lily Hill Court up in my bit in Kilmarnock, and we've got another 5 supported livings, and each one absolutely gets better and better, delivering different targets and doing. Where do you see it as going in this year and future years in terms of our housing programmes?
So it's that future ambition to keep delivering projects like this, especially in assisted living, where people are living in the communities with a bit of support. They've got their own door to their own community, and that's really important for people's pride, for them to be able to say, I've got my front door, I'm living on my own. So that's where we're going with it, this type of accommodation, and we'll continue to deliver on that.
And that's great, and it's right in the heart here of Mauchline. You know, I think, you know, with criticism before, maybe building in the outskirts a wee bit, but now I think we're really building it, really part of the community, part of the Mauchline fabric. It's a great location, Jim. So here we are, Jim, here we are in Cumnock. Not this very sunny today, but it's nice all the same to be here at George McTurk Court to hear some of the latest proposals for net zero housing. I think at the Cabinet earlier on we heard how successful it had been the 3 previous sites, the one we visited earlier at Wallace Court, but the 2 in Kilmarnock and Bellevue Road in my ward, and also the Kennedy Drive, where we built 40 net zero houses on the former Silverwood School. But George McTurk, this is going to be even bigger. This is probably the biggest scheme that we've built as a council. You want to tell us a wee bit about it?
Yeah, you're right, Dougie. So really looking forward to this site developing. It's been a few years in the making, but we'll finally got there. It's going to be part of the SHIP programme, as well as the new builds. We were going to acquisitions over the last 5 years. We've acquired, I think it was 166 as part of that programme. It was. So that's going to be ongoing along with the new builds. But I'm really looking forward to George McTurk here in Cairn Road developing. The potential here for a minimum 49 houses, again to meet our net zero standards. We will use the technologies available. It'll be air source, it'll be solar panels. So again, meeting that target for that strategic context for housing in Scotland. They're going to be warm, they're going to be affordable, and again, it's good houses in great places.
I know, they just seem to get better and better, and the standards seem to get better. And I remember over the old Patrick Finn, that was one of the first developments that East Ayrshire, through the partners at Ayrshire built. And we've come a long way in the way we're developing our housing stock.
Well, absolutely. The standard of housing that we're aiming to achieve is there. We can see these new builds, like you mentioned before, in Kennedy Drive and Kilmarnock. They're absolutely fantastic. Even if we go back to the ambient houses that we built in there as well, they look fantastic. This is going to be another fantastic site once it's complete. Hopefully this is on site next year, and we'll see the fruits of our labours in 2027. We see folk actually moving into the house.
And it's great to see some of these sites come back to life, not necessarily a greenfield site, but right at the heart of the community here in Cumnock, and develop sites that's lay derelict for some time. It's great to see that.
And once again, it's building the right type of houses. It's future-proofing these houses so people don't need to move out their house. They're going to have bathrooms on the floor level. They're going to have bedrooms that's going to be adaptable for living and for sleeping in on floor level. So this is a bit future-proofing as well as making them really, really comfortable and safe.
Okay, so here we are, McCullough Avenue in Cumnock, Jim. We're having a look at some of the internal envelope. We noticed when we were outside, the external envelope's been done just about 3 years ago. It's looking really nice. and we're just talking to the folk at Housing Asset Services who've kindly let us in to see the work they're doing in their kitchen. I hope we're not holding them up too much, but it's been quite remarkable. I know they've got up to 10 days to turn these properties around, but the folk, the workers have been able to come in here, including some of our new apprentices, and they're turning this house around in 6 days. A full bathroom and kitchen. This is great, and you see the standard work's fantastic, Jim.
It's fantastic and it's great. You're right. 10 days I think we look to do this, but we're achieving it for some of them. Not them all, but some of them in 6. I mean, what we're witnessing here, I mean, it's that wider investment that we talk about in the housing improvement programme, is that £140 million that we're spending. We're seeing that where we're fitting 680 kitchens and bathrooms a year. And you mentioned just at the start there, Rune, about the external envelopes, looking to do in the region of about 350 a year a day. And I mean, that goes a long, long way to keep people warm when we do these external envelopes. It keeps them the comfort of a nice kitchen and bathroom. It's really important that we look after our tenants, listen to what our tenants are saying in this particular type of things. I mean, we've got ongoing commitments as far as legalities going, possibly the implications of AWAB's law, where we're team that I went and visited just last week, the tenant safety team, and look at the work they're doing about damp and mould in our houses, the electrical safety, the gas safety. It's been absolutely fantastic. Where works like this is ongoing, we continue to strive and achieve what our tenants would expect for us. I'm proud to see this type of work's taking place. I'm proud of the apprenticeships that we've created. I'm going out there, we're just about to go and meet we're 4 of our apprentices and the jobs that they're doing in here. It's absolutely fantastic. I think maybe it might be worth also mentioning at this time what we're doing as far as when we turn over our housing stock, and for the 12,000 stock that we do have in East Ayrshire, reducing that time where we have void loss and the creation of the void business unit in Command has been absolutely phenomenal. I went down to see them a couple of weeks ago, and the work that they're doing is absolutely fantastic. So for looking at everything we do with housing, that wider scale of things, then we are achieving. We set out that as what's in the charter, the Scottish Housing Charter. We're achieving. We're going above those minimal standards that they're setting out.
Absolutely, the people are getting the type of, the kitchen units that they're wanting, and they're given an element of choice, and we're grateful to. We work a lot with the not just the tenants, but the tenants' organisations, and just getting some of the good ideas and good practice, and just really making an absolute impact in people's homes.
Absolutely, it's really important that we listen to the tenants. They get that choice, the type of kitchens they want, the type of finishings, round about that, what they're looking for as well. Yeah, so you're right, it's really important we listen to the tenants as we go through this process. We're not just doing it to them, we're taking the tenants with that journey along with us.
And we're giving jobs and training, and I think we're going down the stairs to meet the Scottish Apprentice of the Year. I'm looking forward to that, Jim.
Yeah, and she's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely award-winning apprentice. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so here we're back outside here in McCall Avenue in Cumnock. We're inside and seeing the good work that was been done, and I'm joined here by the 3 apprentices, as well as my colleague Jim McMahon. We've got Gillian, Mark and Ewan, and Jim here. Really impressed with the amount of good work that's going on in there, the new kitchens and new bathrooms getting fitted.
Fantastic. What amazes me, the amount of the team that's in there in that wee tight space, but delivering again that 10-day target, delivering it sometimes on 6 days is absolute credit to the team that's working in there.